Welcome to the JP Podcast. I'm your host, John. And today we are at Jamie's Flea Market in South Amherst, Ohio. I'm here meeting up with a buddy from work, and he does on the side antique shows and flea markets. So we're going to come here, going to show you the setup and everything that goes along with having your own little stand at the flea market. Hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Well, I'm here with Wayne. Wayne, what are we going to be doing first?
Well, I'm trying to unload some of the stuff to get to the tables. And we'll get the tables set up. And then we'll start unloading the boxes of merchandise. And hopefully we sell some stuff.
All right. Let me walk around and
Take
show everybody what we got first while we're setting up. And I'll set up the camera. And we'll do a hyperlink while we're setting up. Or hyperlast. Hyperlink, hyperlast.
2,000 years later.
We'll do the video fast while we're setting up. So as you can see, we got the tables all set up. Now we're going to start unloading this stuff here. As we're bringing out the tables, his wife, Michelle, is setting up all the stuff that they have. Are you going to be putting out most of this or not really? Are you just setting up for this particular event?
I'm just setting up for this event. When I do my bigger shows in Columbus, we unload everything plus more. Usually my truck is completely packed, every space there is, and we put out 3 times as much more stuff than what we're going to put out.
Now you know what sells more here, of course, as far as what is Jamie's.
Yeah, I mean, we do okay here, but my better, higher quality antique collectible stuff in Columbus, I sell a lot better to the collectors. Here, it's mid-range stuff. I mean, you still can get good money out of stuff out here, but I just don't bring it out here too often. But you have the $20, $50 stuff that sells pretty good here, $5. We bring $10, $5 items here. Like we'll be setting up a bunch of Hot Wheels that we sell, hundreds of them every time we set up for $1 a piece. Indian collectibles, Guardian stuff now, but Indian stuff sells real good. That I have a bunch of that stuff that I just picked up.
Oh, nice.
That we'll be setting out too. So.
All right. I'm going to film a little bit more once we get to unpacking everything here.
Here, John, set those up over here. Just throw that stuff out on the table there.
So where do you get this stuff at?
I run around garage sales and estate sales, buy. And then I usually shop in the morning at the flea markets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how long you been doing this?
40 years.
40 years, that's a long time, wow.
Actually, probably a little bit longer. I'll be 50, so probably like 42, 43 years.
What got you into it?
My dad.
So your dad was doing this first?
Yeah, he was doing it when I was real young, and then going to sales, auctions, flea markets. So I've been in this most of my life.
Wow.
I got out of it for a while when I was worked all the time.
Now you say you go down to Columbus also. What kind of setup do you have there?
We have a setup that's probably 3.5 lengthwise long. You know, you figure you put 3 of these together long. Plus, if there's an extra spot next to us, we take that. We unload a lot of stuff. That's why it's a 4-day setup.
And just from experience, you learn what sells?
Yeah. Books back in the day when I was younger, it was all collectible antique books that I study, and then being little, watching people and my dad. You know, I used to deal in a lot of sports cards and that when I was younger. Did a lot of sports card shows, always toys, antique stuff too. But just watching people, what they bought when I was younger, and then my dad learning. And now, you know, in the last 20 some years or whatever, since the internet, everybody uses eBay and that's how a lot of people get prices on a lot of stuff.
Wow.
But back then it was always books and just knowing your stuff. That's how it was.
Just wanted to show you everything. Over here we got tons of Hot Wheels. His wife is setting those out. And over here he's got, what are those called, showcases?
Yep, showcases.
The showcases there, and I was helping him take this stuff out and put it down, and it was weird to see Beta. Haven't seen that in a while. And he's got a little bit of everything.
Oh, here, you can give this to your boy.
Over here we got some comics. Wow, look at that.
Put that in your car.
I will.
He's actually given away at, I think, GameStop or someplace back in the day.
Let's see what he's got over here. A lot of sports stuff. Still got stuff in boxes, but he knows the method to this madness. He knows what he wants to set out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we started pretty early, and people were here. I couldn't believe it. They were here before things were set up, and people looking to buy stuff. There's other YouTubers here. They're walking around, but you can see how everything's set up, and we're way towards the end. I'm gonna try and get out into this aisle here.
I've got a few more. $5 each.
And as you can see, he's still putting out some more stuff here.
Oh yeah.
Starting to get a little busier now. So it didn't take no time. He started getting a lot of people real fast. They are going through his stuff, I'll tell you that. Wife's over there selling Matchbox cars, Hot Wheels.
$2 each. Yeah.
So I see you're selling quite a bit here. Now, if you see something isn't moving throughout the day, are you putting it away?
No, we leave it out till the end and then we pack it up. And you never know when.
You never know, yeah.
At the end, some of that stuff goes. That's like usually like the Hot Wheels is the last thing that we put away because we saw those all through the day. But I'm dwindling down on them.
Yeah, I did see that everybody was walking right up to those. Those sell pretty good.
Yeah, we saw those pretty good.
You got quite a collection there.
Yeah, I bought thousands of them a couple years ago. Big collection of them. And we sell them all the time.
And throughout the day, you're still putting stuff out. You're never stopping, right?
Yeah, I usually get in there, dig out another box, put more stuff out. Because you never just know what's going to sell or not. But then sometimes I'm lazy and I sit around. But usually I keep on putting, fill a hole, she does. She'll grab stuff out of another box, start moving stuff up to the front, moving it around. Because that one little thing might catch somebody's eye and draw the people in. Because it will be getting packed in here around 10 o'clock. This whole aisleway will be packed with people.
All right. So I wanted to ask, with you doing this for so long and going to all the different places, do you run into a lot of guys that you see a lot?
Oh yeah, all the time.
And it's pretty much one big family?
Yeah, a lot of us are, yeah. There's a couple guys I've known for 40 years plus,
Oh,
you know, that's still doing it, older gentlemen and younger people.
wow.
You know, same group of guys, you know, at this flea market and the other flea market. But I mean, there's not a lot from back in the day when I started, but there's still a few. Now you got the young generation coming out doing it, buying and selling, which is good. I'm glad, but I just hate when they compete with me at the sales. So that makes it rough.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. You know, I try to get my kids into it. My middle boy's kind of into it with video games and stuff, but they don't have the passion like I do. And then she's finally into it.
Nice. So he's still going. He's still setting stuff out.
Oh yeah.
People come in waves.
Yeah, they come in their little little waves. You get a group here, group here. Like I said, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. And usually 9, 10 o'clock, they start piling in. Usually I have a little more stuff than this put out. But once again, I'm not prepared, organized, how I usually am at the sales. But I end up getting stuff out.
Wanted to show this boat. Somebody was asking about this.
Yeah, show it. It's
Big old thing there.
It's like 70, 80 years old.
Wow. You know, as I'm talking with him, as he's putting things out, he's showing me things that do well here and or do well in Columbus when he does the antiques. He did have something here that was a trophy from the 1920s, I believe he said, and that does well in Columbus. He just put it out. It's pretty much right there, and he just put it out just to see if it would do good here. That's usually something he said that he would sell online. He doesn't sell much online, but he does have a couple of items that he does. It's cool to sit here and watch him do his work and willing and dealing with everybody. It's amazing, you know, people coming in looking for one little thing or to finish up a collection or trying to get something, a gem in the rough, I guess you can say. But I admire what he's doing. I'm having a rough time here trying to figure out a format for this, but I figure I just keep showing it and talking as we're going along. But he's constantly working. He's setting things out and people are walking in and you know, and you got other booths around here, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing he's got set up. You know, while we're back here taking a break, he's explaining to me a lot of the things that he has in this truck of his, and stuff he's still got to pull out and organize. You do have a little bit of idea of what you have, right? I mean,
yeah, to a point. I mean, there's still stuff that I've got in my garage buried that I don't know that I've bought and just stuck in there, just like my basement. I have a 2.5 car garage that's full, and the basement is full. I got a bunch of stuff in the dining room where I get yelled at. I know what I have to a point, but I still dig out and still buy fresh new stuff. Like I have a bunch of stuff over here I got to go through and get out and price, but we have a little bit of everything.
He was just telling me about how he has setups for different locations for inside and outside. He does have
The canopies?
Canopies. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it, but canopies, because you got to be prepared. Sometimes the elements outside will get you.
Oh yeah, the rain, wind, it's real bad.
Yeah, I imagine.
I have a deal I have to do.
So he's also keeping an eye on
Yes,
things
I
as
do.
we're talking. You know, it's one of those turn our back for 2 seconds, and he's got a crowd of people here. You know.
All right, thank you.
You have a good day.
You too, thank you.
Very nice guy. Very nice setup. It's cool to see this. I keep saying that, but it is cool to see this.
Yeah, it is. We'll be pulling more out here in a little bit. I need to get in there and dig some more boxes before the crowd starts piling in. And usually when that happens, we have the aisles full of people.
And this ain't busy yet. He said around 10 o'clock is when it's going to get jamming here.
Yes, it does.
You know, I put the recorder down so we can take a break, and then something starts happening. He points it out. You know, you got people like this. They're not even done with these boxes, setting things out, and these people are looking for something, and he has no issue with it. He's letting them pull everything out, and if they're looking for something he can sell, he's going to let them do what they got to do.
They're buying it, so.
Yeah.
And they want to do part of the work, let them do it.
We just had a gentleman here who was looking for every Corvette that he had. And he says he's got more somewhere else.
18.
Got him mic'd over there, so I just wanted to show a little bit more of him willing and dealing with someone. It's pretty amazing to watch this go down.
6.
31, 34.
Okay.
So we were talking about sometime in the elements. What are some of your horror stories of things that have hit you while you've been out selling? You mentioned wind one time.
Oh, wind, storms, rain. And
Oh, you had
people
somebody
stealing.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I mean, you got your little chance when you get crowded, but I had a guy try to steal right in front of me when I'm watching him, which, you know, that's kind of crazy trying to do that, saying, oh, I don't know how I ended up in my pocket. Which, yeah, you know, wasn't nothing crazy price, but it's just, you know, point when you're standing there and watching the guy and then say, hey, where's that ring you had? Oh, I don't know. And then pulls it out of his pocket. Hey, but like back to the weather, we've had it where we come back to our stand in Columbus and canopies crushed from the wind, stuff flipped over. I mean, there's some people that get stuff, thousands of dollars worth of stuff ruined from some of these, you know. And sometimes, you know, shows the weather just hits you. It's not supposed to come by you, and next thing you know, it hits you out of nowhere. We've had that a few times with the rain, Humbel. It's just rolled right in. You see it, and then you try to cover stuff up, and it just starts pouring rain down like a monsoon. It's bad. We try to have all the canopies up and tarps and that ready anymore, but like with this little setup, doesn't take long. When we do the Springfield show, we had to have everything prepared and all that. You had to have your canopies anchored down. Even when we did have it anchored down, it just crushed it like you ran it over with.
I'm going to keep him mic'd and going to talk as he's over there, so hopefully, hopefully you can hear him also.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you what, he is selling a bunch of stuff. Nothing specific, is everything.
Yeah, sell everything. Sell socks, shoes, lighters,
Trinkets, I saw a little bit of jewelry go out.
I sell a lot of little stuff that in the showcases. I always sell that stuff. That stuff is nice to have behind the little stuff to sell. I mean, every little penny helps, but you know, it's just weird what you, one day something might sell, the next day it doesn't, but you know.
That's good stuff.
You sell a little bit of everything. I'm one of the guys that I have a little bit of everything, you know.
Yeah.
And
I like the story you were just telling me. Some of the places you go to as you're setting up, you're pulling it out of the truck and people are walking up to you as you're pulling it out.
And they're buying it.
Yeah.
I'm handing it right to them and they're making their pile.
Wow.
So it's crazy. It gets hectic, you know.
Yeah. And the funny part is we were talking about the money, and you do make some money, but you got a full-time job. This is just a hobby that pays you.
Just a hobby, a little extra on the side, but there's people that do it full-time. That's just their living.
Yeah.
I will do it one day when I retire.
Yeah, that's a retirement job.
But you know, I don't get it out as much as I do because you get tired from it, you know, especially a lot of the stuff that when I set up a lot of stuff. when I do the bigger shows, it's, you know, I get home, when we leave from Columbus, I'll get home sometimes 11, 12 o'clock at night, you know.
Yeah. Have to be at work the next day.
I take vacation for the next day because I'm recouping from it, you know.
Yeah, at our age,
So
you got to add in them days for recouping.
yeah, I do a lot, and it's rough, but it's fun though.
I hear you. This looks fun.
It's something I've done all my whole life.
Yeah. We're over here standing on the side, and he's going through this box here, and just wanted to show you a few things. Now, you were saying this is the older tools. You'll put this out throughout the day, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some of it out. Some of it I'm gonna save for the big antique show that I do. There's like clock keys and skeleton keys. I mean, I sell some of the stuff here, but I sell this stuff better there, and I have a few guys that buy it all off of me. So I try to make sure that they at least get a few decent items in the lot that they buy off of me. You know, I have a little bit of everything. I mean, tools sell real good, especially
the old Craftsman, you were saying.
Old Craftsman, the Snap-on, because people still use it. A lot of people collect the stuff. You know, especially the Craftsman's around, especially the good USA ones. Once they switched like selling at Kmart and that.
So I noticed when it dies down a little bit, you jump out there and you start rearranging and
Move stuff around, dig another box out, put a few more things out, and all that. Usually, it's like I said, once you start setting up, you try to get as much out as fast as you can, and then let it go. And then as the day goes, I just keep on putting more and more out. Or my wife, she sticks the stuff out, and she does the rearranging.
she's been nonstop on them Hot Wheels, and I'll tell you what, a lot of people have been coming and digging through that stuff, so she's always working on that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she tries to organize it, which, not me, I just throw it out. She's just trying to separate, put everything together, which I guess is better for the customer, so.
Yeah.
Or she's just trying to get out of doing more work. Oh, I know you will. Let's see what else we have. Oh, dang it, Shell.
Starting to get a little bit more busy here. I'm seeing more people
Yeah.
walking up and down the aisles, but there's a lot of vendors here today. Wanted to say again, I'm watching people come through, and it is just non-stop here, non-stop. Pretty nice setup. It's actually making me tired just sitting here watching everybody walk around. And
Oh yeah, I'll have to get you a chair out.
yeah, but they're buying, they're picking through the stuff, and I helped them set up a lot of it, but it is going. It's crazy. He said he's usually not even done. We've been here for a couple hours. He's usually, you know, if I wasn't here, he's usually still setting up. And usually what they like to do is you like to walk around when you first get here, right?
Yeah, usually I walk around, shop,
Yeah.
see if I find something, and usually I do, but this morning I was like, rather get it out and try to sell. I've got enough right now. I don't need to buy anymore. Unless it's a real good deal, but it's better to get it out because, like I said, usually we're just got the tables out and start getting stuff out, so might as well hit the crowd before. Plus, it gets a little hectic when you got a bunch of people and you're trying to set stuff out.
Yeah.
You know, you're dealing with everybody and then trying to get stuff out.
Just wanted to show more of the crowd, and it's way down there, and way down there. It goes pretty far, and it's still early. It's still early. This stuff is moving out pretty good. I can't believe it. Still selling a lot, and getting close to the end here for me to get out of here, but he's trying to keep me here and help him set up some more stuff.
Hey.
You know, but this is pretty much what it is all day. You know, if you happen to see him around. His name is Wayne. Say hello. Say you've seen him on the show. But
Yes.
he wheels and deals pretty good. I'm watching him, and he's very, very, very fair on everything that he has
You mentioned
here.
JP Podcast. I gave you 10% off.
There you go. Mention JP Podcast. He'll give you 10% off. And if you ever have any questions or see something that, that he has or something that he may have, just make a comment here and I'll get the info out to him and see what he got. We can get back to you.
Yes, I have a little bit of everything. And you see a little bit of everything too.
Yeah. Well, Wayne, I wanted to thank you for inviting me down. This was pretty awesome to see what you do on the side here.
Yeah.
I love everything. It's pretty cool. I could be here all day, but I'm getting tired already. You put me to work, I don't know if you've seen it in that hyperlapse there, but he put me to work and setting up things, and he's still setting up. They're still setting up, and people are coming in. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's only going to get crowded here in the next hour, and we'll be still putting more stuff out. So, well, I'll pull the boxes out and let the wife do it.
There you go.
I'm going to relax too.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you and,
No.
really appreciate it. And if you guys like what you see here, don't forget to like and subscribe and put some comments down at the bottom there.
Like and subscribe, please.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here, and I hope you enjoyed the show. I wanted to thank Wayne for allowing us to be a part of his little side gig that he's got going on, the flea market. And in between all the crowds being there, we were talking about his other place that he sets up in Columbus. That's the big one. So I'm going to have a part 2 eventually, or in the near future, and we're going to go down there and see what the antique show is like. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you like the show. See you later. Bye-bye.